Hey guys, TommyBryson here, and today I'm going to tell you exactly why I plan to rent for the next 3 years at least. And no, I'm not going to go ahead and buy a property, but here I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why I'm going to rent for a while. And I know for a fact that everyone usually says, well, Tommy, if you're going to rent for those 3 years, well, say goodbye to that money, because basically all you're doing is basically just throwing money down a hole and you're not going to get it back. There's no equity, no appreciation, you don't own anything. And in reality, I understand all those things, but that's why I want to make this video to give you a different perspective on why exactly I'm doing what I'm doing. And by the way, guys, there is no one in the history of mankind that wants to buy a house as much as I do. I spend literally more than 2 to 3 hours every single day on Zillow just looking up houses and what exactly I want to buy and where I want to buy, what's my price, well, what's this neighborhood like. I'm always looking up houses, but I'm not going to buy for at least the next 3 years or so. And by the way, okay, if you use Redfin, do not dislike this video. I don't know what the big problem is. If you use Zillow or Redfin, there's always a problem, okay? Why not just make peace and use them both, okay? Let's be happy together and just use both Redfin and also Zillow. That's the way I see it, okay? But I know it's a battle, and Zillow definitely won me over. I won't say why, but comment down below and let me know exactly what do you like so much about Redfin. Comment down below, let me know. And by the way, guys, if you guys are new here, I post videos every single day on YouTube, so make sure to also subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified. On top of that, also destroy the like button. And now, guys, here is the first reason why I'm not going to buy a property, at least for 3 years or so, okay? And the first reason is because basically, I don't know where I want to live just yet. However, I do know where I don't want to live, and that's basically New York, okay? New York is so expensive. Taxes here are crazy. Properties here are super expensive. And on top of that, you pay like $700K for like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And I'm like, really? For like a 900 square feet property, do I really want to live here? Usually the answer is no. So right now, I'm stuck between 3 places, okay? And it's basically Florida, Nevada, and also Texas. But right now, Florida is winning the race. And yes, I'm trying to move to avoid a lot of money when it comes to taxes, because basically taxes are crazy. They're absolutely insane. And by the way, guys, around a year ago, my perspective was completely different. I was going out there in New York looking for properties, and then I quickly found out that basically a property like where we live right now costs around $700,000. And I was like, wait. You're telling me for $700K, I get to own this house, which is trash, no backyard, no anything, versus go to Florida and basically almost buy a mansion and also skip out on taxes. Well, not completely skip out, but you get what I'm saying here. So I was like, no, there's no way I'm going to live in New York, get stuck with a 30-year mortgage with a property I'm not happy with just because you can say, hey, I live in New York. And also, guys, I asked several people that I admire and respect about this topic, and they told me, Tommy, when you're going to move states, you don't want to go ahead and buy a property very quickly, because basically, what if you don't like the state? But now, if you rent it, you can just basically just grab your stuff, move out, and go where you want to move. But for example, if you bought a property, well, you just can't go ahead and sell the property ASAP. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, depending on the market. But the point is, it's always safest if you don't know exactly where you want to live and you're checking things around. The answer is buying is probably not going to be the best idea. You want to rent. If you don't like it, you move. When you find a place you actually enjoy and you actually like the neighborhood, the vibe, then you go ahead and you buy in that area and everything is good. That's the first reason why I'm not going to buy a property just yet. Now, reason number 2, guys, is a little bit more financial and less emotional, okay? And the answer is, guys, as you guys know, whenever you buy a house, usually it's going to be more expensive than it is to actually rent. No matter if the mortgage is actually a little bit less or a little bit more. Why? Because basically, a home comes with extra expenses. For example, hey, something breaks, you fix it. You also have all the insurances, all the property taxes, all this stuff, especially homeowner association fees. If you actually have one of those in your area, the answer is usually buying a house is going to be more expensive than renting. And as you guys know, I invest around 95% of all my money, and eventually in 3 years that money is going to give me so much money in passive income to the point where I no longer need to work if I don't want to, only if I don't want to. But if I go ahead and buy a house, that's going to slow things down very drastically. So here is an example, guys, okay? Say for example, I move to where I actually want to move in Florida, and the area I like is called Boca Raton. It's in Florida. Nice area, nice houses, also great schools, okay? It's a great district. Now, let's say for example, I rent in that area for the first 3 years. Well, the answer is I found an apartment that's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, or a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, I think. I found multiple of them, but it's around $1,500, which means that every single year I'm going to pay around $18,000. Now, over a 3-year period, I think that's going to be around $56,000 or $58,000. I'm not sure here, but let's do some math here. 18,000 times 3, that's around $54,000. I was off by 2K, and that's why I love using calculators all the time. But the answer is 52K in the first 3 years, but the first year is only around $18,000. Now, let's say I said, well, I'm not going to rent. I'm going to buy the house I actually want to buy in this area. Now, I found a house that's around $415,000. I know it's expensive, I know, but it's a great house. It's a nice house. I'm going to show you guys right now, okay? Here's the house right here, okay, guys? House is pretty nice. It's around $415,000. And by the way, the house is beautiful, okay? It's cool, nice kitchen, nice living room, nice bedrooms, nice bathrooms. You know, guys, you guys know, right? It's a nice house. The only thing I don't like is basically it doesn't really have a backyard. But the point is, okay, aside from this, guys, okay, entire house is going to be $415K. The mortgage, okay, including, for example, the mortgage, like the principal and also interest. On top of that, you have property taxes, homeowners insurance, and also an HOA fee for the area. That's going to be around $2,179 every single month. Now, let's do the math here, okay, guys? My first year of renting is going to be $18,000 or $1,500 every single month. While my first year of just mortgage payments are going to be around $2,179 times 12 are going to be around $26,148. On top of that, because the house is around $415,000, I'm going to put down around 20%. That's an extra $83,000 in the first year. Money that I don't have in my pocket, although it is going towards equity. I understand that. On top of that, that's not all, guys, because basically you also have the closing fees. So the closing fees are going to be around 4% or so. I'm just going to go high just in case. 4%, which are going to be around $16,600 in the first year. Now, let's say, for example, I want to fix something around the house. Well, 1% for like maintenance. In reality, that's going to be around $4,150. So my total out of pocket, okay, for the first year of actually buying a home is going to be around $129,000 versus just $18,000 with renting. And that right there is the big difference. Now, over a 3-year period, renting is still going to be a lot less expensive no matter how you slice it. And only between years 6 to 11, that's when buying becomes a lot more cheaper than actually going ahead and keep renting, okay? But the point is, okay, for the first 3 years, it makes no sense for me to grab all that money and not just invest it and keep investing and investing. So by the point 3 years comes by, I can buy a property, but my investments can go ahead and basically pay for the mortgage in full. And that's why currently right now financially, it makes no sense for me to actually go out there and buy a property. And now, guys, number 3 and the final reason why I'm not going to buy a property is basically because buying a property is step 2 in my plan and not really step 1. For example, okay, usually whenever you buy a single family home, it's going to be a liability the way I actually see it, okay? I'm not saying home ownership is not a good thing. That's not what I'm saying. Buy your homes, own it. It's a great investment. Over time, you can go ahead and sell it for profit. I understand all that stuff. The tax deductions, that's all great. I get that. But the point is, my step 1 is basically to go out there and build up an investment portfolio to cover all of my expenses following the 4% rule. Okay, that's what I want to do. The first step when it comes to what I want to do with my money. Step 2 is I want to go out there, buy my first property, either, for example, a multifamily home or a house. I can actually go ahead and house hack for a discount and then later on turn into a rental property. And that's what I want to do. But it's not step 1. Step 1, if I buy a property now, that's money going towards the house that I could be going towards investing, and that's not really a smart idea. And that's why I want to leave it for step 2. I buy a property, I house hack, I basically don't put that much money out of pocket, and eventually I move out of that home and turn it into a rental property. And by the way, step 3 is basically building a portfolio of real estate, around 10 to 15 to 20 properties, to the point where they can go ahead and cover all of my expenses in case the market does go down. For example, we have a market downturn. You never know what's going to happen. So I want to make sure I have a portfolio of rental properties to cover all of my expenses just in case. Step 4 is basically I want to buy the house I actually want to buy, the luxury single family home. And by the way, if you guys want to see it here, I'll show you guys right now. This is basically like my rental property home in a way, but this one right here is the house I actually want to buy. And by the way, this is Redfin for everyone that loves using Redfin. I like Redfin too, so don't get mad at me. But here it is right here, guys, okay? This house right here is sitting on a 1.32 acre lot, and it is a beautiful home, 4-bedroom, 2 baths, and it's absolutely gorgeous, okay? But in reality, do I need it? The answer is no. Can I afford it? The answer is also no. If I ask the bank, they'll say, yes, Tommy, you can afford it. But with my goals and what I want to achieve, is not something I can afford right now, and just basically dump around. It costs like $650,000, okay, and just basically dump in around $3K that I could be using for investing every single month towards a mortgage. Makes absolutely no sense right now. And then my final step, guys, is basically to work on using the wealth I actually built to basically go out there and build a business I actually want to build eventually. But the whole point is this, okay? When it comes to buying your first home, and by the way, Warren Buffett did the exact same thing, okay? Before he bought the home he actually wanted to buy with his wife, he said, hey, let me use the money to go ahead and build my investments up and then go ahead and buy the house you actually want to buy. Because it basically means that I don't want to tie all my money up currently. I want to use that money to then go ahead and invest and then eventually buy my first property, turn it into a rental property, build a portfolio of properties to get me more passive income, and then eventually go ahead and buy that luxury single family home I actually want to own. But by that point, I have so much passive income coming in to the point where, hey, no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay and my family is going to be okay. That is what I want to do. But guys, comment down below and let me know, do you guys agree? Do you guys like this plan? Do you guys not like it? What do you want to do exactly? Comment down below. Let me know. And by the way, comment down below. Do you like Zillow or do you like, for example, Redfin? I don't know what the hype is all about, but just comment down below and let me know. I want to put a stop to this, okay? And as always, guys, make sure to also like this video if you liked it. Also, subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified when I'm posting a video every single day. And if you want to text me or talk to me, search my Patreon, link down below, or send me a DM on Instagram at TommyBryson. And by the way, if you want to see my current net worth right now, here's a video on my net worth right now. And I was going to make sure see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.